I didn't like seeing her like that. She's the glue to our family.
Ruben Perez remembers the day it happened. It was November 9th, 2021. After visiting family in El Paso, he and his wife Rachel had arrived at the airport to catch their flight home to Virginia.
He was pulling our carry-on bag, and my foot hit the carry-on bag, and I fell. And I turned slightly sideways because I didn't want to fall backwards and hit my head. But I noticed my shoulder and my hip were hurting.
After they got home, the pain in Rachel's hip subsided. The pain in her shoulder was a different story.
It just kept getting worse. I had got to the point where I couldn't raise my arm up at all, and stretching for things was extremely difficult.
I had to help her with her hair because she couldn't lift up her arm to do that. Quite a few things that she just couldn't do.
I could not lift the laundry basket. I couldn't even move a pan from the stove. I had to use both hands, or I'd ask Ruben to lift this for me, reach that cup for me, do this for me. I mean, he had to help me get dressed. I have hobbies that I enjoy doing, and I couldn't do them.
For the next couple of months, Rachel lived in constant pain. Over-the-counter pain medications only helped temporarily.
And she was always hurting. I could tell she wasn't her happy self. I didn't like seeing her like that.
At one point, she talked to a friend who was a physical therapist.
I knew my arm wasn't broken. I knew there was nothing that basically they could see on an x-ray or anything like that. And so she gave me some exercises, but I still couldn't raise my arm. I still couldn't reach. It got so bad that I couldn't rest. I would get up like at 2, 3 in the morning and come downstairs because I can't stay in bed if my shoulder's hurting. I would sit up, I would read my Bible.
Then on February 28, 2022, Rachel was watching the 700 Club with her daughter Elvia.
I was hoping that they would maybe mention somebody with shoulder pain. I mean, I kept saying, please pray for me. I heard Gordon on 700 Club say,
and tremendous pain in the joint and the back of the shoulder. God's able to restore, he's able to heal, he's able to completely get rid of that injury. All of the pain can leave you now. It is leaving you now. In the name of Jesus, be made whole.
And I said, oh my gosh, he's talking about me. I said, I receive this healing. I receive it, Lord. I know this is meant for me. And I could move it and I didn't hardly hurt anymore. It was just like, oh my gosh. I told her, look, Elvia, I can raise my arm, I can raise my arm. So she got all excited too. So we just praised the Lord and gave all the glory to him.
When Ruben came home from work, Rachel was waiting to share the news.
She says, look, I can move my arm. As we spent that evening together, I saw that she did move her arm. And she was still like celebrating that it wasn't hurting anymore. Thank God.
The pain hasn't returned since. And today, Rachel is back to her active life.
Ever since then, I've been able to do the things I couldn't do before. I enjoy doing them again, and I feel that freedom.
Now she gets up happy. Now she grabs her own mugs and her own plates and everything. Still try to help her, and she doesn't let me anymore. She still wants to be that independent woman that she's always been.
It's all due to the power of prayer. You have to have faith. You don't give up. And you do it all for the glory of God. You give him the glory because he will heal you. He has done it for me and he can do it for anybody.